I try to be positive, but I did fly Southwest here this morning, so maybe a little negative. But I've been doing this for 26 years.
Wow.
City councils, but here we are.
Yeah.
26 years. I was with Boxer Rescue in LA for 3 years. Then I started Tales of Joy, and we are financial. That's what we do. We fundraise, and we are Rescue the Rescuers. We support all of the tiniest, smallest rescue groups across the nation, and that usually happens to a few people in my audience. All the small rescue groups across the country. We now have partners in Mexico. We have a partner that brings street dogs from Lebanon to Canada, and a lot of Mexico partners. And we do the best we can. We call them little guy grants because it's for the tiny little organizations. And I've traveled this whole country, 50 states, back and forth for 40 years. And I've met every rescuer. And, 2 little old ladies in Ohio will save more dogs and cats in 1 year than the entire bloated Humane Society of the United States.
Wow.
Who doesn't save animals, by the way. So it's really important, and I think that Pet Aid is great to do that. When COVID hit, we realized that people were having a lot of trouble. They weren't getting their income anymore. So we started sending food across the country, and my COVID was spent maybe 5-6 hours a day online ordering food from Amazon and Chewy. So, people find us, talesofjoy.net.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Just sending food across the country for about a year and a half. And I remember one woman sent an email, and she said, "Well, I'm in North Virginia, and we have West Virginia, and we have a rabbit, and we love our rabbit, but I don't want to sell her. I'm going to have to, but I know whoever I sell her to here is going to eat her." And I went, "Don't eat the rabbit! Don't eat the rabbit!" And I sent so much rabbit food that when it came, her daughter said, "Wow, that lady must really like rabbits." I said, "You have to send me a picture of this rabbit on today's newspaper once a month. I don't want anybody eating that rabbit." But, you have to know who the enemy is. Number one, the thing that I will never understand is, and I don't mean enemy, but I do, because like I said, I've been talking to councils for 26 years. What I don't understand, I will never understand, is why the shelters that I call towns, because I don't think they're very sheltering anymore, why the shelters don't want to let us in.
Yes.
Why do they?
Right.
What are they hiding?
All of us, look, every time a dog walks by, my husband says, "There goes our beach house." All of our money, all of us, all of our money and our time and our effort and our love, everything we have
our tears
goes into rescue. We don't get a penny from the government. All our money goes, and all of you know that. They don't want our help. Why? This has happened. I've been in New York for years, then I came here. It literally is like the Jews saying to Schindler, "Nah, we don't need you.
Don't sell the ring.
That's all right. Take your list. We'll be fine." "No, they're going to kill you." "Yeah, we don't. It's all right. We don't." What is that? We do Sophie's Choice every day.
Don't understand.
Every day. Because across my desk comes, 50 dogs that I'm just going to have to look away at and choose what, we can afford to help with a little guy grant. So, we do our best. And now with this crisis, last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, there was so much red listing that we made an offer on social media across the country, because we do all 50 states. We said the first 100 dogs from any state, first 100 dogs or cats adopted, we will feed and supply for 1 year. And we did that, a year.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, it was so amazing, because people with a lower income or who weren't making the money, after COVID, why shouldn't they be able to have a pet? They're probably better pet owners than other people. So we made it possible for a full year to get them started. And I mean, that was labor intensive, but it's the kind of thing we now do feed and pay for low-income people to get what they need for their pets. And but it's literally, all of us are standing at the bottom of a waterfall, and the only thing that will stop the waterfall up here, as you well know, is spay-neuter. That's what it takes. And here's the thing, I don't know if you remember or even knew this, but about 10 years ago, we had a law coming on the books to, get passed in LA for California. Well, maybe it was just LA, I'm not sure, sorry. but it was a spay and neuter law that was so easy, so gentle, so as not to turn the AKC, the dreaded American
Breeders.
Kennel Club, not to turn them against it. We allowed for breeders to have 2, or maybe it was 3 litters a year. I think it was 2. It was to cut down on the backyard breeding of pit bulls because no one was suffering more than the pit bulls. So this law was going to cut down on backyard breeding, require licenses, really, put boots on the ground, and allow breeders to still make their stupid AKC money. And the American Kennel Club took a page from the NRA and said, oh, slippery slope. If we let this small little neuters and spay law pass, they're going to come after more and the breeders, and we won't make our money selling this bullshit papers that you can buy for a nickel. So they spent $1 million in California to defeat this. And when they defeated it, they said, wow, we're going to keep our office open. That was easy. So you have to know where it's coming from. You have to fight what you can win. As I said, I'm not very positive because 26 years of this, I don't get it. I don't know why they don't want us to help. I would love someone to come and say, hey, I'll go tell 50 jokes. You can drink. Help. I mean, we're here. We're for free. And this bill, if it